Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ferina Haryanti. Here I will explain about the history of ESP, definition of ESP, the difference between ESP and general English, characteristic of ESP, and benefit of ESP. First, I will explain about the history of ESP. The birth of ESP had Simpson and Waters in 1987 show of a long-term retrospective view on causes resulting in the birth of ESP when they present nearly the same factors, which in turn suggest a cause-effect relationship, the enormous and unprecedented expansion in scientific, technical, and economic activity on an international scale. Second definition of the ESP. ESP is the role of English in a language course or program of instruction in which the content and aims of the course are legislated by the specific need of a particular group of learners. For example, course in English for academic purpose, English for science and technology, and English for nursing. ESP is an advanced approach to language teaching in which all the choices relate to content and strategy are supported on the learner's reason for learning by Hudson and Waters theory. ESP used in a particular teaching circumstance, it is an advanced approach as compared to general English. The ESP course has been designed for mature learners, either in an expert for work situation or at a tertiary stakes institution. ESP is usually designed for the students of intermediate and graduation level. The majority of ESP courses assumes a few basic knowledge of the language system. General English alludes to context the educating of the basic of grammar, of expression, and in addition of phonetics, and gives a more grounded or weaker premise for conceivable later dialect studies. Regardless the dialect instructor both at an auxiliary and at a higher school is responsible for the right utilization of the dialect by its learners. It is all the more helpful considered of giving a broad establishment rather an intermediate and particular determination of objectives like ESP. ESP is a language in a context, while general English is a language in seclusion. Both are important for students to attain various skills to move confidently in the modern world. Uh, General English purpose is to cover all the skills, whereas ESP put in stress on the needs of learners. In an ESP course, language is used as a service rather than a subject. Third, characteristics of ESP. Uh, ESP must have below characteristics included. It is all based on the learner's requirement, inspiration, and related to job. It has a particular use of vocabulary. It is taught with the help of presentation and negotiation in the business maybe, or it use different tactics to accomplish its target, and it is all about Learners need a goals oriented. And the last, it is often used for e-commerce or business communication purpose. The main focus of ESP is how to teach English with a fervor and easy method for the specific goals. It does not emphasize on the language, but tries to highlight the need of learners, such as English for engineers, lawyers, doctors, and tourists ETH. And the last benefit of ESP. The benefit of taking an ESP course, such as a faster as acquisition of the required English language term. As the content is a context-based, it allows students to learn in an accurate manner. And the next, optimum use of their learning resources, all of which are free identified according to the goals and needs of the learners. And the next, effective content application, as learners can use the appropriate language terminology on the job soon after the completion of the course. And the last are rapid increases in the job productivity and efficiency, as employees are better prepared to communicate with their clientele and colleagues. That's my explanation of the history, definition, characteristic, and benefit of ESP. Hopefully, what I explained will be usefully. Sorry if I made a mistake. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.